Hi, Charles here. Well, our Scopema Swivel came in for the passenger seat, so it's time to get installing, if the rain will let us. Thanks for watching. Well, as soon as I put that swivel back in the garage, and it's heavy, it's 30 pounds, the sun came out, and then it went away, and then it was sprinkling a minute ago, so let me film just a little bit about the preliminaries. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, which was no big deal, I mentioned a couple of preliminaries that I did here. So that we're using a Scopema Swivel. It's considered the thinnest. It costs a little more. There are other brands that some people use that seem to have no problem. But all of the reviews say that this one raises it up the least amount, an inch or so. It's more stable. You don't have the rocking. Some of the cheaper brands do, so it's worth spending the money. And so it costs $400, and I sold 2 of my EcoFlow folding panels for $200 a pop, so I paid for it. So that worked out great. So yesterday I did a couple of quick things. When you push this forward, there's a carpet piece here, and you move it back, and underneath there's hidden a 4-ton jack for the transit. The rest of it is in a pocket. You pop open a panel on the side as you step in the passenger side, and there's the rest of what you need to change a tire. So I'm going to put that on top in the Rome Adventure storage box I've got, which isn't full at all and doesn't have a lot of weight. It was on a bracket with the straps. I mean, it was solid in there, but I'm taking it all out and just leaving it empty. Some people want it empty because they're putting in some kind of little mini furnace, and I have no plans of doing that. So yesterday I mentioned the tools that were needed, but it turns out for this transit, at least for this run of transits, the 4 bolts that hold the seat on the rails, actually you don't use a standard socket. The main difference whether it's millimeter or not, it doesn't work. Instead, it turns out that I needed to have a T40 socket. So I ran out to Home Depot, and instead of buying a whole set, they had individuals for $2.97. So I tested it, fits perfectly, pop them out. So those 4 will come out, and you don't use them again. What goes back in is these bolts that you use. This I forget which size it is. I'll post it down below. But you put it back in with a T handle, or if you can have, some people have the Allen wrenches with that fold into a handle. But with this, you can tighten it down. A 7mm socket to undo the plastic connector for the airbag sensor. A 13mm wrench and socket to tighten the bolt, washer, screw, nut when you put the seat back on top of the swivel. So those are the tools that you need. So I took the jack out, and then this little bracket, there's another name for it, it went right here, and that's where you would hook a child restraint. But we're not going to be doing that, so out it comes because it gets in the way when you turn it. So I had a grinder. I didn't have a cutoff blade, and I had a grinder, but I didn't want to use it because it just sends sparks everywhere. So I just used a hacksaw. I may throw in a few seconds of me real fast cutting it. It kept getting stuck, but I finally got it cut off. Then I took my grinder, a file, and then a grinder a little bit, and just smoothed it down some and painted it black. And I'd scratched parts of it, so I painted it all so it's all rust proof there. So that's out. So those are kind of the preliminaries about what's going on now, and now it seems to be clearing up, so maybe I'll be able to start doing some of this. So it's going to be pretty straightforward, and I'm not going to show you every bit. I'm not even going to do a time lapse. I'll just show you a little bit of what's going on here. So we've got the T40, and I actually already broke this one free to check it. So there's the 2 here that came out, and like I said, we will not put these back in. Now I'm going to pull it back and take the front 2 out. So there's the 3rd one, and I'm not going to worry about getting the camera tripod squeezed in here to show you the 4th one. It's the same thing. So there you can see the connector that's for the airbag sensor, and I've got my wrench with a 7mm socket on it, and you know how that works. I'm just going to unloosen it and take it off. Susie. So I pulled the seat off carefully, set it down. Some people pop this off, this part off, and take the seatbelt off, but that's just one more thing to do, and I just sort of not mess with it. So now I have the base here, and let me show you one thing over here. So on the front only are these alignment points. It's one here and one over there, and about half the videos I saw, this got in the way, and they put the swivel on and the seat on, and then they had to come back and take it off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off, because the only purpose they serve was for in the factory they could quickly line them up, but we're going to be having the bolts hold it in place, so this can be taken off, both of them, and I don't have to worry about it possibly being an issue later. I tried using the mini hacksaw, and it's going to take forever, and of course I cut myself right away. So I had a new blade, so I put on the grinder and I covered everything with towels, and it does it so quickly. So it's a bunch of sparks, but then I'm cleaning all up, and I've already spray painted them black, so they're down and out of the way. So now comes the moment of truth. Susie helped me put the swivel on, and we're praying that these holes line up and we don't have to open up the holes on the swivel because of the factory holes not being right. We'll see what happens. Well, Susie, was painting more fun than this?
It was a challenge. It
was a challenge. So what did we just do?
Well, we watched all the videos, and I'm guessing like 90% of the ones we watched said the holes didn't line up, and
they didn't.
They didn't.
So
we reamed it out with a drill.
Yeah.
And now they fit.
Now they fit, so now we just need to plug in the module.
Yeah, this thing.
And then the 4 bolts, and I think we're done.
It was a little hard to turn at first.
Yeah, it was really hard to get it to turn, because you have to have it in an angle so you can get to the holes. But
and once the seat is on, it won't be hard.
Well, we would have done this a few minutes ago, but we got another downpour, and it's starting to rain again, and we just had the tornado alert warning go, but nothing is happening here, so we're just trying to get this done. Well, it's starting to rain again. We had a downpour a few minutes ago when we were getting ready to do this, so we rushed out. It was sunny, and then now it's raining again, but we were trying to get this wound up real quick. We're close, aren't we, Susie?
We are.
Look at you. You're turned the wrong way. Or is it the right way now?
It's the right way.
Yeah. So you used to sit on the fridge to eat. Now you don't have to do that.
Yes.
You'll figure out something with the lap. Or you could pull the fridge over a little farther and have sort of a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can use it as a
there we go.
footstool.
And yes, we know that she's not allowed to have it like this while we're driving. And if you have a factory swivel, the wiring, it won't let you drive if you have it turned. So.
And we wondered if it clicked when you turn around. It does not.
Right. It's kind of like your lazy boy rocker kind of turns.
Rocker.
Yeah. But it's really nice, and we didn't think it'd be that big a deal, but I'm really glad.
It's very nice.
And it's great that we sold those two solar panels, and it paid for it.
Yeah.
Because those panels weren't doing us any good. So, well, there you go. This one was for you. Well, actually, about everything I do on this van is for you to make you happy. But we enjoy it, and it'll be nice to have on our trip. I was kind of wanting to put it off, but we did it, even though we had to stop 20 times because of the rain and the rest. So.
It's really nice.
It really is nice. Well, thank you for your help. You're very welcome. Well, you haven't helped me close a video for a while, have you?
No.
No, you haven't. She's
Thanks for
very
watching.
busy.
Oh, too soon.
What?
I said, thanks for watching.
Too soon.
Okay.
Yes. We're really happy with this. It really helps Susie. Do you think we're really done now with everything?
I gotta fix the screen.
She's fixing the screen, and I changed out the dual coil water system and replaced it with something else that I'll show you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Nailed it.